Hello there, and welcome to the FIL Direct of 2020. Last year, a long-haired Cartmart told you about the aesthetic overhauls, and Kyle went over the battle animations and character sprites. Now that all of that is completed, what more news could we have? Well, that's what I'm here for today, so let's jump right into it. First off, we've added some new content to polish Mars and Saturn, as we felt those planets were a bit lacking. Most notably, on Mars, we've expanded the Bridge Inspection Mansion to be a sizable, sprawling household with multiple rooms that you'll have to inspect to progress. To get a proper assessment, you may need to use the mysterious Orb of Insight to look into the past. On Saturn, there are a few new areas to explore in the improved Saturn Swamp section, as well as a new minecart section in Spike Cave. Here, you'll have to keep your ears open for the rumbling sound of Spike approaching to slow your progress. On both Saturn and Mars, you'll probably encounter Cannon Manon, a talking cannon with a passion for blowing things up.
Let's go.
This is a short one, but it's worth mentioning. Along with the new and improved areas, we've also added a few new encounters. On Earth, you'll now come face to face with the alien Special Ops. In the Inspection Mansion, you'll meet up with some mechanical magicians. On Saturn, there are two new swamp dwellers, the Man of a Million Hands, Sunken Duncan, and the all-consuming monster, the Tarlac. These enemies are avoidable, but you'll have to be very careful if you don't want them to take you under. Finally, on Venus, you'll encounter the Venus Death Traps, a species of carnivorous, life-draining plants. Speaking of Venus, the first area is quite the vast desert, so it doesn't hurt to bring a map. On another note, battles now have HP gauges for most enemies, which allows for a better sense of progress, especially when it comes to those tougher foes. Another small but critical change is the little numbers by things like status effects and stat changes, which let you know exactly how long any given effect has left in turns. One more mechanical change is attack upgrades. Before, only Phil had his higher level attacks unlockable through upgrades. Now, however, all party members will need to find item upgrades for specific moves. If you play your cards right, this could mean getting some powerful attacks early on. In case you weren't aware, we made a small spin-off game earlier this year entitled Triple Threat Fully Loaded for a game jam. We intend to make more small projects like it in the future for other game jams and such, but there is one side project that KGamer1 himself has been developing. I'll turn it over to him for more details on that. Kyle?
Well, hey there again, folks. As Carter mentioned, I'm working on my own little project, which I'm happy to announce. A Foolish Adventure. This was meant to be an April Fool's game originally, but seeing how the assets I made had some potential, I decided to expand upon the game a good deal. This involves my friends and I going through some foolish areas where you'll find even more foolish enemies. Even though I don't have a solid release date yet, I'm trying to get this out either in late July or early August. Till then, I hope you guys can come and check out the game when it comes out. Anyway, for some closing thoughts, I'll bring it back to Carter. Carter?
Thank you so much for tuning in to this year's FIL Direct. Last year I said one more thing as a joke, a pretty dumb joke at that, but this year I actually do have one more thing to talk about. I'm proud to announce that over a year and a half after its initial release on GameJolt, FIL is finally coming to Steam on July 31st, 2020. This will be the final version of FIL and will feature a Mac version as well. We did it with Triple Threat Fully Loaded and we're going to do it for FIL too. It has been a pleasure working on this game, and I'm very excited for the future of the series and other related projects. Thanks again for tuning in, and goodbye. Alright, are the normies gone? Alright. Listen, you gotta join the Discord, man. I highly recommend joining the FIL Discord. Link in the description, obviously. Lots of fun stuff going on there. FIL Fridays, weekly emotes. It's a great time. It's a great time. You gotta join it right now. Alright, that's enough. Good bizzle.